Let's be honest for a minute. Depression fucking sucks. It sends you spiraling into a dark place, a deep place. It's within us all and it chokes the light out. A gentle squeeze that quickly turns into a thrashing grasp that leaves nothing in your lungs, like you're standing at the center of a tornado. But the tornado is you, and there is no escape. No matter how many days you go without a stormy day in sight, it takes only the smallest spark for the flames to be rekindled, and you're once again pulled back into yourself where no one can possibly reach you, and you think to yourself, no one is coming. There is no savior on the other side, no light to be found in this perpetual inky darkness that is you. And little by little, our own brain chips away at the stony facade we've put in place, until the only thing left is a million shattered shards left on the ground at the feet of those you so desperately wanted to cry out to. But that crushing weight pushes the breath from your mouth, and you're left with nothing. Nothing but the desperate pleas in your soul that poison your heart and mind with the thoughts of, why am I even here? Am I only meant to suffer? No one would care if I were gone. That is the truth of depression. That is the truth of my depression. And the truth of Rei Kiriyama's, which is why he and Sangatsu no Lion quickly became some of my favorites in all of anime. I was a lonely kid, as I'm sure some of you heard in my 50 sub special. Constantly left to my own devices, my parents have even said in joke that I practically raised myself. But I don't really think that's a lie. I instantly clicked with Rei for that reason. Though he was always surrounded by others, there was always a distance that he couldn't breach. This is partially because of the death of his biological family and his status as something more. Something to be reached for and obtained, even if that peak was higher than most anyone wanted to reach for. There's an immense difference between being separated on your own and being separated from those you wish would reach out to you. To ask the simple words, "Are you okay?" That sentiment fairly well sums up my own childhood. Never alone, but always lonely. Always feeling like even those I wanted to remain at my side were always out of reach, even if I could see them directly in front of me. But I digress. That isn't really the true point of this video. Instead, I want to focus on what was found at the end of that darkness, on what Rei found once a hand was finally outstretched to him, not for his unique skills, but as a human worthy of love and kindness. And that extended hand comes in the form of the Kawamoto sisters. In what I can only call an act of true kindness, she takes him in to help him recuperate, and the rest is really history, as they say. He's almost instantly treated like a part of the family, something he hasn't had since he lost his family. It isn't an instant into his darkness, but rather a slow change back to the light. The first tenuous connection he has had in years that extends past people wanting to use him for his skills. There is no ulterior motive, just kindness. And what I love the most about this is not that he finds kindness and light where before he had none, but that the Kawamoto sisters too are facing a harsh reality of themselves having no parents to rely upon. Akari could have easily ignored him and went on her way, consumed by her own pain of abandonment and being thrust into a motherly role before she was ready. Instead, she reaches out her hand, and the lives of both Rei and the sisters are made better for it. They forge an odd family all their own, born not of the shared blood between them, but of the genuine affection they come to hold for one another, even if not all parties are so readily able to express it in as many words. Together they find a strength that they didn't know they had, and they persevered into a happier future they wouldn't have found on their own. And if you don't think that's beautiful, then I don't know what to tell you. If you feel like you're in a dark place, please try to reach out to someone. I know it feels like one of the hardest things you can do, like you're somehow failing yourself and the expectations of others, but I just want you to know you aren't alone. And if you think someone is struggling, please reach out a hand and be that guiding light. Please, be kind in this world when so many aren't. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider hitting all those buttons and sharing if you wouldn't mind. It really does mean a lot to me. And with that, have a great day, my dudes.